I'm in Central Market. I need money for food days. What else? What else? What else? This is so... I have friends who live. And I'm afraid of the same way. Oh my God, for her. They're busy shopping, possibly. Possibly. That's possibly why. Usually they respond on a random day, but sometimes if it's a really good news day, they'll answer the phone right away when I call them. So this is possibly good for her, or she could be shopping more. I realize they could be testing the hot meal option for San Antonio. That's why it's available. For common coupon, buy a hot meal with their food stamps and let it go through. It's not that. It's just like, but still, they'll change it every time. Or maybe not. What else? They come from a long line of leeches, sadly, for the most part. Yeah, because they're death penalty worthy from most birth. They try to catch one committing a crime. So they're that petty, that pathetic. La leech que se va a matar ella misma, possibly. Okay, she's like, how come? Like, okay, she has an excuse for that. And it's not considered theft. Her being starving and only on food stamps. And then getting pizza with food stamps when that shouldn't be approved. Nangangasko gente, so that's what they watch me, but Anissa watches me for that. But what about the pizza issue that her cousin Latina had? Will she get arrested then and I won't get the death penalty? Is what they say. They're pathetic behind the scenes still. They've killed more than 18 million people trying to rape me. They're disgusting, these leeches. And Livingston, this is me. What else? What else? What else? What else? Esta tipa es una cuero asquerosa, una bruta, una asquerosidad que se quedó en mi casa sin permiso, me roba mi dinero, me roba mis vehículos, gets in the way of me receiving money. Look at those comments scaring people away. Ella es una puerca, una asquerosa. Se puso mi panty nueva en mi casa, and people say she left them there dirty as an act of terrorism, so I couldn't enter my own home. What else? What else? What else? So I'm shooting Carolina Chavez in self-defense Sunday. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez on his sons. That raped me, steal my money, and get in the way of me receiving money so I can't date. Ya me salieron pelos grises en la toda and I don't want to have sex with him. I would only have sex if someone that respects me. He can't treat me with respect and sense because then his significant other will feel less than. Go ahead, etc. That significant other. Because I've heard that sadly those significant others through the leeches, they hear about everything bad that he causes on to me, or those people are like, please don't tell me about their drama because that's not my drama. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, Ginny Janelle está enojada. Y Carolina también. And that's why he still gets in the way of me receiving money because it's like, so when is she gonna say, well, el papá de Carolina le regaló un carro con su propio dinero? Yo no tengo carro en estos momentos. Se tiene que andar y va donde su papá y dice como que Carolina, papá le regaló un carro, regálame un carro, make it better, regálame otra cosa. Y esta dice, pero papi, entonces le regalamos un carro a mí. A Ramón Lorenzo. They still want to hear people's chisme through me. They're like abusing the wrong person. I don't find out anything. The FBI occasionally says, oh, Carolina made a purchase of a vehicle. Oh, that's with her dad's money. I don't need to invade privacy. To me, that's still an invasion of privacy, even if it's to find out what they have that belongs to me. I want to shop. No, like try to reclaim your chisme. Para que mi hermana se entere que el papá de ella le compra para beber. Entonces ella pidió solo a mi papá. No one wants to. People say, God forbid, que there's like messages de ella mamándole pena al papá o otra persona, porque entonces también quieren ese pene. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate Carolina Chavez. I'm tagging the FBI, Interpol, NATO, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department, and this post International Criminal Court. Even though the International Criminal Court exists, you can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Believe Lorenzo Acevedo. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate Lorenzo Suarez. Jendy Lorenzo. Anyways, just an odd person put on that would be the person for someone to move here. Like whatever, only her was level. Near center market. Just I'm compatible. Not her. I'm just a person. This was done decades ago, gente. They're an embarrassment. That they're like, when it's 100% enforced, then I'll behave. Ew. Well, they try to kill the people that enforce it. They're that gross, so disgusting. I don't want that near me. Ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? Can't wait to from Berlin. Well, they question us of why she bring up Albert if he's like her Albert face was a long time ago when she was not even for help y no tenía dónde caer. Y por eso. Oye, parece que me hago amigo acá. What? What? Wow. That just sounds. And having said that, a memory I can relate to. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm like October caramel and my just 50,000. Wow, that's like nothing. the perfect bag, but I don't have to have a conversation with someone. So it's called a debit or credit card. Or cash or Apple Pay. And swipe with minimal contact with the cashier. Alright, daily online too. That is wonderful. That I love. I'm that person. No fucking way. That's not new. New research, right? That's funny. Hey, Lonnie's age group may say, yeah. Someone updated it. I don't say in 1986. I'm real bad for you. If, when do I get money? There's now a Independentistas website. Okay, so I feel like I hit them. I'm bored. This is making money. I'm just having a home. I'm just having a home. I hate that. So challenges of getting to Broadway. That was the year piece we were in 2017, 2016, possibly too. What else? I purposely missed. So they took you to eat at Torchy's Tacos because they have a memory there with me. Like, but what about the day that I say you want to eat at Torchy's Tacos? Or already been a whiskey game? Not new to the Cheesecake Factory either. I don't think it's illegal me giving them my phone at Nordstrom and saying, here, scroll left or right and pick me a man. I don't want what you have. Vichy, that's trying to rape me full. Y tú eres una cuero. Ew. Like, girl, yo no voy a pelear contigo por hombre. I'm on Tinder and Bumble, just having a good time. And I know how to take myself out to dinner or to the library. So if you're here pestering my life para que yo me enoje y te mate en Nordstrom and ruin my life, I don't want that memory of blood over and YDJ. What else? What else? Wow. I want to this thing up with some mierda para que yo vaya. And I won't give you a chance ever to talk to me about that unless it's in a court where I'm seeking the death penalty for taking of arms. They think I'm that pasadita. Like a drug addict que no piensa. As I'm living it, I'm like, I don't want to be here. How can I get Christy Martinez to not rape me? And they didn't even bring it to my attention. What else? I didn't think we would be there, so. This is on first time. My sibling constantly talks to them to rape her children. She have babies, we must meet them somehow. So they go down the lata. ¿Qué saben los nenes? Possibly. Trying to meet people. Or they're regulars with the kids. Because who knows? With those orgies that people get raped. What else? What else? Anyways, where is my wardrobe? How cute. I'm gonna shop anthropology tomorrow. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so relatable. Not to. I'll be here tomorrow, most likely all day. The library will be closed. It's Cesar Chavez Day. You can decapitate La Lich. That gets in the way of me receiving money. That steals my money, stays in my home without my permission, steals my vehicle. She's just trying to say that in that home, if I have the key to it and he doesn't have the key to it, she can't steal it and pretend to be me. But they don't say it that directly because they think this is the hate speech towards me. They might as well spell it out and be like, Nina, but behind the scenes, face to face, they're like, esa casa no te la puedo robar. Si tú tienes la llave y no Panchito. So they still speak hate speech regardless. They're dumb. They think that if they type the word job, they're fancy. When they aren't, they're just leeches, una basura, the worst of the worst. You can decapitate Caro Cristina, whatever her last name is. What else? 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 Ew. She killed my mother. Things got worse. What else? 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 I didn't want to meet her decades ago. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. Son unos puercos, una basura. Me roban mi dinero trying to rape me. Trying to cause for me to be sexually harassed so that I run to their arms. They're dumb. They don't understand that a woman doesn't do that. El tipo es un bruto, una asquerosidad, una basura, the worst of the worst. What else? You can decapitate Benjamin. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez sons that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. I want to read a book, tranquilita. I want to read a book, tranquilita. I quiero de Valencia, tanning. What do I want? Everything but water. What else? Con ese leash no se puede hablar. He's like, okay, then I won't ever give you your money back. If what you want is everything but water, then I will kill you. The kids go. He thinks my mommy hired him to be my Ken. Oh, if I don't give him sex, it's like then your mother just gave me money for me to be your Ken and I'm gonna kill you. A girl says that Ken has a good personality. Every girl's like, oh my god, you're having sex. Have you seen Ghetto Ken, biker rider with a gun? What accessory package? What else? What else? What else? I think he had it ready the next one. When all this other terrorists and custom outfit and everything possible. What else? What else? What else? What else? Am I looking for everything but water? Anyways, if La Lich dirigen, La Liris, La Lich, Carolina Chavez Se creen that they make them look more desirable y que me da envidia. Todo lo contrario. It's like they're walking STDs next to them. Ew. Da con asco. Son una basura. You can decapitate my homies. What is one of the sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money? You can decapitate Jimmy Jandaliris Lorenzo Suarez. You can decapitate Carolina Chavez. You can decapitate Janiris Cajigas. You can decapitate Sonia Bonilla. Oh, esa gente son unos puercos y una puerca. Que es una basura. What else? What else? What else? Everything but water. When am I eating? And what else? I don't know. I need to say it out tomorrow. What else? I'm eating criminal lessons. Number 2. I can cook for myself. Oh, that's okay. This one. What else? That's cute. I can enjoy phone call. What other color does it come in? Like that one too. Or like Rebecca picture. What else? What else? What else? What else? Rebecca's friend. What is that? What else? What else? What is that? How am I wearing it on? We are going to copy the having photos. That possibly will terrorize and people saying that after everyone's vagina. Long foot bomb. And I'm sure my brother's gonna be talking about your discharge as if it's ugly when it isn't. That's terrorism without guns. I'm gonna be telling all the ladies, be scared at least after your vagina. Decades ago. Bored. I'm bored. Need a pedicure too. I like this one. What else? What else? What else? Which other color? This color is pretty. You can decapitate the middle of this man is possibly stalking me to be like, whoa. Now I know what to buy for her because her mother's dead. And can't buy her some. My mother doesn't shop for me. I always shop for me. Tipo bruto, un puerco, una asquerosidad. Hace lo más que odio to make himself needful around me para que me comprara algo. I don't partake in that conversation of grossness where he steals my money and then gives me the world with my own money. And I pretend that I don't know about it. What else? What else? What else? What's this color? What does the back look like? Oh, that's pretty. I want this one. I want this one. I want this one. This is so good. Oh. What else was I thinking of? Oh, okay, that's one more. I gotta start this one. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, how pretty! I want this one. That's only him. Oh, my. Possibly. What else? What else? I'm so bored. That's so cute. That's pretty. That's really pretty. It's all shiny too. I want all five. What else? Oh, this one's pretty too. I want this one. That's pretty. What does the back look like? Oh, it has hardware that I made for look. Like I get to a point where I'm like, whatever, hardware is fine. What else? What else? I'm so bored. In the meantime, they're like, you need to lower the prices of your artwork. Disclaimer, put like, I'm a poor peasant and nobody loves me. Please buy my artwork on eBay. So the Genie Chandeliers would be happy. Everything that they do, killing people para que Genie Chandeliers will be happy. Da un asco, gente. Ellos son animales que se trepan encima del otro. They don't know what sex is. Una gente tan puerca, una asquerosidad. Ew. Uno puerco asqueroso. I don't ever want that near me. Ew. Mientras la leech me roba mi dinero from the sales of my artwork. People say that he possibly went around begging people to buy my artwork and lying about me, saying, this church is yellow, here, buy this. Forget if her discharge were good, her mother would have funded my relationship with him and would have made me work for this. So decades ago, I'm like, I want my money. It's like, do you want your yellow discharge fund then? Like, I want my money from the sales of my artwork. That was just a venture. Él no sabe lo que business is either. He's a sex addict, un pobretón asqueroso. Que ve dinero y se emociona. Porque algo además de caca, salir de esos diapers, then he started seeing money. So happy for you all to try it. Passion fruit really good. I didn't see any. I just saw coconut. That may be somewhere else. Central Market, passion fruit. Where would I head over my vehicle tomorrow just for fun? Well, Jaden can on your school. If it's Austin, maybe I'll wait. Passion fruit, creme brulee. Okay, what else am I gonna do all day while they're in school? What else? Having to Austin, what can I do? just San Marcos. That's the furthest that I would head over to. So it's not available on the website. What else? When do I leave? Then I can head over to downtown. Oh, I purposely missed me not having a vehicle in David Ledesma. I'm her papi chulo now. And they would have registered him as my driver. And he's like, no, I'm just driving her to Central Market in her own Lamborghini, but she can't touch it, so she can't go anywhere and find herself a husband while we rape her. And the cops know. So it's going to take a little bit longer. Once she notices it and reports it to the cop, then we'll be dead. Or abusing her and she'll be happy. So this is why these lives are so important. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate David Ledesma Lalich. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of me. Receive money they don't want my vagina. Son un asco. Ew. Una asquerosidad. Esto lleva violando más de 30 años. Having stolen my money. So I can't date anyone thinking that it has first dibs on my vagina. Nene, I was born alone. Not even my dad has rights over or my brother. Seriously, I will go for the whole planet without giving it away. For ew, not like, oh my god, finally I found one. I'm gonna keep it for the rest of my life. Que no se me Introducing. Que no se me escape. Son unas puercas. Son unas puercas. Son unas puercas que no se le escape. Son unas puercas que no se le escape. They're seeking Catholic marriage with him. If he already got it with someone, they want him to get an annulment because that's the utmost price for them. If he marries them through the Catholic Church. So they try to kill each other. And won, or decades now, seeking Catholic marriage with him. With him. Porque these bitches still crying. They're like, wow, esa mujer una cuero. She has pictures in her home of a Catholic marriage with her baby's daddy. Y después están esta orgía aquí poniéndole la boca, la tota en la boca de uno. Y trepa en el papá de esta. It's like you can't see people as el papá de esta, la mamá de este, el tío de este, el abuelo de este. Es que ahí está Ramón, pendejo más cabrón. Mira Luis allí, mira Susanita, mira esta otra. Por nombre, la gente se ve por nombre, no por el attachment. El nieto de Juana no se supone que esté con esa mujer, si es el nieto de Juana. Porque dijo así en su momento todavía. Oh. Gente tan bruta y tan puerca. Que that's deceiving al cura también. Ew, qué bruto. That's why he killed my mother. Que she was deceiving al cura. In the meantime, él va los viernes y dice, this is my wife and my husband. El martes dice, there's someone else, these are my wives. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. I don't ever want that near me. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate La Lich, que me roba mi dinero and gets in the way of me receiving money. Son unos puercos y una puerca, una bruta. She wants to kill her parents because they're Catholic and they were in orgies. Bruta, dumb as fuck. Ew. Possibly killed Gloria Nirsa because Gloria Nirsa was the oldest out of all the parents. So she should have been more responsible. Ew. Decapitating Ginny Ladies Lorenzo Suarez, basura asquerosa Jenny Lorenzo. You can decapitate La Lich, Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. He thinks she's an illegitimate child because Ramon and Gloria were Catholic, married, and then in orgies. Será bruta la tipa. I've had the utmost respect from Ramon as a daughter and from Gloria Nilsson while growing up. Ew. You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo. Non asco. What else? You can decapitate. Okay, yo te ayudo a matar al lío. Oh, porque él dijo decades ago, and I'm just saying this out loud because I'm talking to FBI in this post, International Criminal Court. I'm seeing the death penalty for him if he isn't already dead. What else? Gini Jandaliris is easier to date than me because we're close in age. Because Gini Jandaliris doesn't have an older sister that she looks up to. So she's like accionista mayoritaria de yo soy la nena de la casa. Y yo tengo que competir con tres gente. Miren qué competencia es esta. Mira qué competencia es esto, gente. Mira qué competencia. Mira qué competencia tengo, gente, qué competencia. Ay, no nos podemos olvidar de que Ginny Gendaliris, Lorenzo Suárez y Analba Suárez le hacen el tag team Double Mommy Duro. Y ahora que Ginny Gendaliris tiene hijos, gente, es una exclusividad que I can ever offer. I'm not trying to keep on put. Yeah. Anyways, I understand the best question. When does the best not here? What else? Anyways, mi acá solo quiero tirar por un barranco si lo compré yo. What else? So this was, where was it? Patterson. 88167. You can decapitate La Lich. And I was wondering, it says error more than one Justin is using the primary URL. Someone streamed to the primary Justin URL and one. I don't know what that means. I've never gotten that message.